the Caldonia convoy, the Caldonia corps, the Caldonian conscription, Sup soldiers, it's your girl Caldonia, back at it once again with the first ever official episode of Caldonia's Room. I am here to recap the month of May and go over what's going to be coming up in June with me. It is a stormy, rainy, thundery evening, so you guys might be hearing some of that in the background, but you know, it's all part of the aesthetic. I am coming off of really enjoying a few photo shoots that I was able to accomplish this May. I mentioned last month that I was able to work with a new photographer. She is kind of a local bread and butter type. Somebody that I met through other girls that I was working with whenever I was a part of an agency. I've been able to keep most of the contacts up until now of different photographers, stylists, makeup artists, stuff like that. But she isn't somebody I met directly. And getting to know her has been really, really, really great. I think we work well together. I think. She's been really, really, really kind to me. I went with her upstate to do a shoot with a few other girls and some stylists and makeup artists. We rented out a couple of rooms and were able to get space in this really amazing building that was made of these stonework bricks that had little seashells in the stones. And we did a few bikini and this really beautiful long white like linen or silk dress. Different shoots with outfits like that. And while we were there, I was actually able to do a bit more than just modeling. This photographer, I've expressed to her that I've gained some experience doing different things like makeup artistry and styling, with working behind the scenes on a lot of shoots, and she let me go with her to scout some of the locations. And that was really fulfilling. It's really interesting to work out a lot of the logistics and call and research some of the locations and see if, you know, we're allowed to shoot there, and if so, the kind of rights that we could get to shoot there. You really discover some really amazing places that you didn't know were around you doing things like that. I've actually been able to take my friends to some really cool like nature reserve spots because of modeling. This photographer and I planned to be there actually for a couple of days, about 72 hours, but because we scouted early and because I was the first girl to get shot, I was able to go home early and didn't have to stay in any of the hotels. But it is really, really nice to have these little mini like workcations. And next time I think it would be really, really good idea to maybe network with some of the girls now that the virus is starting to calm down, and maybe hang out with them after shoots a couple of evenings and you know, do a little girls' night in the hotel, but I didn't get that chance this time. It was a nice hotel though, even though there was this really strange part where, yeah, you know, most hotels have like a built-in spa or kind of at least like a mini steam room, massage therapist type individual. I, going up to change for the third shoot, got confronted with this real bizarro woman whom I assume worked for the hotel given her outfit, but like practically tried to drag me into a back room for some sort of what she claimed was light enhancement therapy. I think she was trying to hypnotize me. She kept describing these like weird masks and how much it was going to help brighten my skin, whatever brightening your skin means. And luckily, I wasn't alone for very long. A couple of the people that I was there with started walking up behind me before she could get too much out. And I think it kind of scared her off. And then by the time the elevator came, she was gone. But aside from that, it was a really beautiful location, a really beautiful shoot, a really amazing time with a lot of really amazing people. I also was able to go to a major runway show that was held for charity, an auction to benefit a local women's shelter that happened this month. Something that I think was really inspiring, actually. Runway shows are seen as kind of pretentious, I think, to a lot of people. You know, art and fashion can come off that way. But, you know, everybody wears clothes. Everybody's got to put something on their bodies. And seeing the creative ways in which people collaborate, work together to make and manufacture some of the things that we end up seeing as like major staples and styles later on is very cool. I really love learning about fashion history and about the different ways in which we dressed ourselves throughout the years. And I think fashion has a lot more to say about history than most people realize. And you know, it's always good to not stick your nose up at things and try your best to keep an open mind. And even though these weren't like the biggest fashion houses in the world, they were still really amazing, beautiful designs, things that I certainly would be honored to wear on my body. And you learned a lot about the manufacturing of clothes at these events, which I don't think a lot of people realize. But it was for a good cause, and it was something that really affected my heart, and being there was for the good of the community, and I was able to give back and even network a little bit. So it was a really, really good event and a good time. May was also my birthday month. Some of you guys saw me stream for my birthday stream. I was also able to hang out with friends and enjoy a few different events and things that they were able to do with me. We went camping together in this really, really beautiful area that has some natural springs We went kayaking and hung out by the fire and kind of enjoyed each other's company because we don't get to see each other very often and they don't live necessarily very close to me. I received a lot of really, really wonderful gifts from you guys. I got some books and some clothes and even a really beautiful necklace from one of you that I'm looking forward to having the chance to wear. I haven't read any of the books yet, but I got a whole stack. You guys know what I like. Some of the stuff that you guys got me, even maybe more thoughtful than a lot of the stuff that I got from people I knew IRL, which is really, really great. It was wonderful to get so many warm wishes from so many people, and I'm always happy to be able to wish you guys a happy birthday, and the messages I receive back about, what it means to you, and just want to say definitely the same. I really, really enjoy all of the messages I get from you guys. The encouragement and the words of wisdom are always wonderful. You guys are always so sweet. What else did I do for my birthday? I was given a spa package, but I don't know if I'm going to go very soon. Something that I think I'm going to be putting off for a while, as I don't necessarily know if this is... It was a spa package to do with a couple of the friends that I don't get to see very often. And I think maybe I can get them to come and see me later this year if I put off, doing the spa trip until later. So hopefully that'll allow me to see some of my faraway friends more this year. I'm gonna trick them and make them celebrate my birthday later this year as well. I mostly wanted to spend a day alone for my birthday itself, though. I really, really am super privileged and lucky to have people in my life that want to spend time with me and want to, share space with me. But every once in a while, you want to just be alone, reset your chakras or whatever. I unfortunately didn't get the opportunity to do that for my birthday. I felt a little off for a couple of days afterwards until I finally got my alone time. But I got a lot of really, really wonderful people coming and wishing me a happy birthday and visiting me. So I can't complain too much. And I also did a little stream, as I mentioned. You guys probably saw it, but if you didn't, I hung out for a little while and then played a really interesting game. I'm not sure if you guys heard. I made a couple of tweets about it, but I didn't keep them up for very long, about the game and about uploading it to my Patreon and to my YouTube as a VOD. After playing it, I didn't think that it was necessarily a good idea. The game itself was interesting, but it kind of took on some racial themes that I didn't think were very appropriate, and decided to nix giving you guys the upload for the VOD. So sorry if you were looking forward to it. I will be streaming more here soon, so hopefully you all can enjoy stream VODs more instead of something that was a little uncomfy. I was really, really happy to see you all show up and say hi during the stream. I'm always super, super surprised when anybody even says anything in chat, and you guys go on and you say many things in chat. I hope that maybe some of you will be returning to my next stream soon. I've got a lot more games than maybe the uncomfy one that I did play listed and lined up ready, so we'll definitely have plenty of content when I do. What else went on? Let's see. What else went on in the month of May? Well, we have my Caldonia gardener updates. I have my garden absolutely exploding at me recently. I think I might have even overcrowded some of my plants, even though they're feet and feet and feet apart, because they're starting to grow and topple on top of one another. I've got squash snaking through large, tall string bean plants that are grabbing on and vining and tendriling betwixt each other. And I've got my cantaloupe plants that are starting to wind up and wrap themselves around some of my collard green plants, who are now so leafy and big I'm having to trim them back to the point that I can't even eat as many of the leaves that I'm getting off of the plant. I've finally completed my companion planting gardening grid, which mostly just means I've fully planted all of the plants that are best suited to be near one another to help prevent bugs. Like, for instance, if one plant attracts a certain kind of pest or bug that necessarily doesn't bother it itself, you don't want to place it next to a plant that wouldn't do well with those kinds of critters. So I've got a couple of different plants set up in the specific and perfect location for them to attract or detract different pests and insects. I've really, really liked learning about growing my own food, and even though there's some discourse online about people who are enjoying a kind of homesteading cottagecore lifestyle and about whether it's a LARP, I've been privileged and lucky enough to grow a majority of my food when it comes to greenery and veggies and fruits for at least a couple of years now. And while I kind of maybe could understand the sentiment of people not liking those that pretend to try to live a more homesteading lifestyle but aren't actually living a homesteading lifestyle to stop for some reason, I, as somebody that lives this lifestyle as more of a necessity, advocate most people doing, whatever the heck they want and having fun and enjoying what they want to enjoy. I am hoping that maybe I can do a little gardener vlog or gardener update. You've maybe seen the TikTok or two I've posted of some of the fruits and veggies that I've harvested. And it's really, really, really awesome to watch everything grow. Waking up every morning and going and looking at the garden to see how it's changed is a little surreal, and it really makes you feel a wholesome feeling that not a lot of things give you, to be able to see something that you're working on grow like that. Well, I think maybe this is the end of the Caldonia's Room podcast, episode 1. Just a little update for a few things that I've been doing and enjoying. I hope that you all enjoyed this podcast. It's always really, really wonderful to talk with you guys and hang out. I will be updating you more and more on the Discord, on my Instagram, on my Patreon, on TikTok, on Twitter. So check out those links down below. Subscribe, like, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And thanks for joining me. I hope I see you all again next month.